Welcome to Coach's Corner, everybody. Thanks for watching the show. I'm your host, Coach Tripp, here on this Monday night, Goode and Faithful Servant. Every single Monday night, Kerry Goode, my old teammate, good friend at Alabama, wrote a book called Goode and Faithful Servant. We deep dive into it every week. We take one or two chapters and we ask Kerry how to handle situations, faith, family, and football. This episode is brought to you by Sandy Sansing Chevrolet. Go see Brad Bowes and tell him Coach Tripp sent you. We've got a lot to talk about today. And number one, I want to congratulate Kerry on getting his portrait from Steve Skipper, the famed artist, unveiled last weekend in Tuscaloosa. And what an honor it was for Kerry. He's got some funny comments about that later on, but let's get into it. Let's talk about it. This is day 116. Kerry breaks up his book into chapters, about 196 days, he calls them. And this is day 116. Kerry titles this chapter, "Erasing Your Mistakes is Erasing Your Wisdom," unquote. And these are all in Kerry's words. Thank God for AI technology. Kerry thinks his words into the computer and he spits them out, records it, and sends it to me. And so I just ask the questions. Kerry has all the answers. Let's get rolling. Do you remember those big jumbo number 2 pencils? The big jumbo gave you the ability to quickly and almost effortlessly make a mistake just go away with it's a big eraser. We all make mistakes. And wouldn't it be great if we could just erase our mistakes? Or would it? For most mistakes, there is no eraser that will make them go away. You just need to minimize the downside effects and move forward. But we can't. So we start worrying and regretting what we did. It's not useful to regret mistakes or want to erase them. You may want to erase every stupid and embarrassing mistake you've ever made. Each mistake can be turned into a lesson learned, however. Doesn't matter whether you believe that everything happens for a reason. What matters is that a lesson can be learned from everything that happens, good or bad. They are not just mistakes, they're opportunities. Your mistakes, as well as your successes, make you who you are. Embrace them and learn from them. If your mistakes are of the sinful nature, or if they involved another person, you can apologize and ask for forgiveness. It doesn't erase what you've said or done. It's not like it didn't happen. But God has the big eraser. He forgives our sin and erases it. That's right. In Jeremiah 31:34, God says, quote, "I will forgive your iniquity, and their sin I will remember no more." There it is. Proof, assurance that your sin will not only be forgiven, but be forgotten. Or you are dragging around a heavy load of guilt that you face every day. Are you? Do you want to get rid of your guilt? Then you need to ask for it. Each day, God hands you a clean sheet of paper from which to write. Therefore, you would be wise to write without having the need to erase, because God has the jumbo number 1 eraser. All right, we're going to talk about that chapter and break it up for you here today. All right, Kerry, buddy, I hope your painting and unveiling at the Bryan Museum in T-Town this past weekend was special, and I know it was. But let's talk about these 3 sentences in this chapter that stood out. You say it's not useful to want to regret mistakes or even want to erase them. Please explain that.
Welcome, everybody. Glad you're tuning in today. Now, let me ask you something. Do you remember those big jumbo pound 2 pencils? Oh yeah, the ones we had in school. They came with that massive eraser on the end. One quick swipe and poof, mistake gone. It'd be nice if life worked the same way. Just erase our mistakes like they never happened. But here's the thing. Most of life does come with an eraser. What's done is done, and that's where a lot of us get caught up. We sit in regret, we replay the past, and we wish we could erase it. But listen carefully. Regret won't change the past. Regret just keeps us stuck in the same moment. The real question is, can I erase this? It's, what can I learn from this? I've made my fair share of mistakes, embarrassing ones, painful ones, and yes, sinful ones. And here's the truth. If I erase them all, it erased the lessons too. Every stumble, every wrong turn, every failure has taught me something. Mistakes don't just define you, they refine you. Now, if your mistake hurt somebody else, you can apologize, ask for forgiveness, and take responsibility. That does erase it, but it does heal it. And when it comes to sin, that's where God steps in with the jumbo pound one eraser. Jeremiah 31:34 says, I will forgive their iniquity, and their sin I will remember no more. Did you catch that? Not just forgiven, forgotten. That means you don't have to drag around the weight of guilt every single day. God hands you a clean sheet of paper every morning, brand new, no smudges, no eraser marks. So here's my encouragement for you today. Write boldly, write with wisdom, write with joy, and stop wishing you could erase yesterday. God already did.
Wow. What a great segment. Regret won't change the past. Regret keeps you stuck in the moment, he says. Mistakes don't define you, they refine you. Stop wishing you could erase yesterday because God already did. All right, question number 2 for you, Kerry. Jeremiah 31:34 says it plainly and clearly, I will forgive your iniquity and the sin remember no more. All you have to do is ask. Kerry, you and I were both in sales. I was in sales for 35 years, and I learned that if I wanted to feed my family, I had to ask for the order. Talk about the insurance of being forgiven.
Hey, Jeremiah 31:34 says it plainly and clearly. I will forgive your iniquity. The sin remember no more. All you have to do is ask. That word ask hits home for me because I was also in sales. And I learned real quick as well that if I wanted to feed my family, I had to ask for the order. It didn't matter how polished my presentation was, how good the product looked, or how well I connected with the customer. If I didn't ask, I went home empty-handed. It's the same way with God's forgiveness. The assurance is already there. The promise has already been made. Forgiveness has already been paid for at the cross. But we've still got to ask. God's grace is not something we earn. It's something we receive. In sales, the deal was complete until the customer said yes. With God, the yes has already been given. The cross was his yes. The open arms of Jesus were his yes. Forgiveness is sitting on the table, waiting for us to claim it. All that's left is for us to ask. So I want you to hear this loud and clear. You don't have to carry guilt like a debt you'll never pay off. You don't have to wonder if you're good enough. God said, I will forgive. I will remember your sin no more. That is assurance. That is freedom. That is a brand new page handed to you every single day.
Man, grace is right there. Forgiveness is on the table. All you got to do is grab it. God's grace is not something we earn. It is given to us. All right, let's go on. Question number 3. KG, just asked my former players. Fun is an integral part of playing football for me. How are your Facebook posts so funny lately? Talk about a funny story that happened this past weekend and the feeling it gave you unveiling your portrait at the Bryant Museum in Tuscaloosa.
Hey, Paul, that's easy. My life is hilarious. I just tell the stories as they happen. That hasn't changed. Now the difference is, instead of practice field stories and giving folks Facebook stories, oh, Paul, let me tell you, that whole night was special, but it had some comedy in it too. In sitting there watching them unveil my portrait on the wall next to all these Alabama legends. And at first I thought, man, this is an honor. But then the woke Kerry inside me said, hold up, 80% of the folks on this wall are dead. That means you're in the 20% still fighting to stay alive. And then I look over and see a spot reserved right next to me. Oh, I didn't know whether to be honored or nervous. And then, after a few cocktails, people started coming up to me, talking my ear off like I was about to answer back. You know I can't talk. So all I could do was sit there smiling and thinking, this might be the best conversation I've ever had without saying a word. That's the secret to my posts. I find the humor in the middle of everything. Even in a legendary moment like having my portrait unveiled, God still finds a way to hand me something funny. And sharing that makes me feel like I'm giving folks a reason to smile, just like I always want people listening to do.
Yeah, you give everybody a smile, Kerry. Facebook posts are hilarious. I don't know how God gives you those words, but you're in a situation that 99.99% of the people will never even imagine. Yet you said your life is hilarious. I find humor in the middle of everything. Perspective is off the charts from KG. Let's hear what he says in closing and in summary.
Well, folks, let me tell you, today's questions have taken me on a journey. We started off with jumbo pencils and jumbo erasers, the kind we used in school that could wipe away mistakes with one swipe. Only difference is, life's erasers don't work that well. If they did, half of y'all would have erased that haircut you had in the ADS, and a couple of exes you'd rather not talk about. After that, I got put in the pulpit with Jeremiah 31:34. God said he will forgive your iniquity and remember your sin no more. And Paul, I had to tell it like a salesman because I was in sales. If I didn't ask for the order, my family didn't eat. Same thing with forgiveness. You have to ask for it. God's already said yes. The deal is done. All you have to do is close it. Then I got blindsided with a question about my Facebook posts. Why are they so funny? Truth is, I just tell the truth. My life is a comedy with no commercial breaks. And then came the question about the unveiling of my portrait at the Bryant Museum. That was a moment of honor. But leave it to me to look around and say, hold up, 80% of these folks on the wall are dead. That makes me part of the 20% still hanging on. And to make it even better, they left a spot open right next to me. I didn't know whether to clap or call my insurance agent. So today we covered math problems, jumbo erasers, forgiveness, sales tips, Facebook comedy, and me almost getting my picture pre-reserved in the Museum of the Dearly Departed. If that doesn't make for a variety show, I don't know what does. And with that, those are my closing remarks. Remember, laugh when you can, learn from your mistakes, and don't forget to ask God for forgiveness, because his eraser is still bigger than your mess. I'm KG, and they'll talk to everybody next week.
Oh, great stuff, KG. So grateful that we can do this show. Thank you, buddy. Hey, if you learned something, share it. Kerry's full of wisdom, and we're going to continue next week. Have a great sports week, everybody. We will talk to you soon. Stay tuned for these great messages. So long.
When it comes to buying your next car, truck, or SUV, you need a team that puts you first. Here at the Sandy Sansing dealerships, we're proud to serve Pensacola and the Gulf Coast with the best selection, trusted service, and deals that work for your family. Just like great coaches build great teams, Sandy Sansing builds lasting relationships with every customer who walks through our doors. Because when it comes to finding your next vehicle, there's only one name to remember. Sandy Sansing can.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Are you riding around in a filthy vehicle? Dirty car no more. Visit Ronnie's Car Wash today to get it shining in no time. They have 3 convenient locations with another coming soon. The unlimited monthly wash packages start as low as $14.95 per month with free vacuums, multi-purpose spray, and towels. Visit them in Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Fort Walton, and soon Crestview. Don't wait, wash today. Be sure to see Ronnie's Car Wash on Facebook to see the latest specials and discounts. You'll be riding and shining in no time.
When it comes to buying your next car, truck, or SUV, you need a team that puts you first. Here at the Sandy Sansing dealerships, we're proud to serve Pensacola and the Gulf Coast with the best selection, trusted service, and deals that work for your family. Just like great coaches build great teams, Sandy Sansing builds lasting relationships with every customer who walks through our doors. Because when it comes to finding your next vehicle, there's only one name to remember. Sandy Sansing can.
75 years of service and high tech today. It's Pensacola Glass Company at 433-8348. High tech is a term often applied to advanced services and products in today's marketplace. And today, glass is much more than a simple painted brittle, see-through stuff we hit baseballs through when we were kids. Glass is now a product with unique flexibility in both performance and application. And Pensacola Glass Company is growing right along. That's Pensacola Glass Company at 433-8348.
There's a reason why Hill Kelly in Pensacola is the #1 selling Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer between Jacksonville and New Orleans. While other dealers have taken advantage of a competitive market with higher prices, Hill Kelly has discounted prices to the lowest of the year. And Hill Kelly in Pensacola won't surprise you with excessive charges beyond the selling price. Come see why people from Milton, Pace, Foley, Bay Minette, Daphne, Gulf Shores, Mobile, and beyond are driving to Hill Kelly in Pensacola to buy their next new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. At Hill Kelly, the bottom line price and your satisfaction are what really matter. So before you sign, check the bottom line and make the trip to Hill Kelly in Pensacola to see what true local ownership can do for you. At Hill Kelly Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Highway 29 in Car City, Pensacola. Or shop online 24/7 at hillkellydodge.com. When it comes to bottom line pricing, nobody beats a Hill Kelly deal. Nobody.